Capoh Daniel has painted himself with the ADF to La Republic that they were the greatest fighting force on the ground. But looking at things on the ground, you'll find out Capoh Daniel and the ADF were in Guzan or in Kugwe, as we know, which is the only place that they can be proud of. Which La Republic, we've never heard La Republic attacking Kugwe, despite the Efang and the other guys that are there have been committing a lot of atrocities there. But let us keep that aside. That cannot be our bone of contention here. What La Republic wanted to get from Capoh Daniel are those that Capoh Daniel will send out Capoh Daniel to be the czar of anti-kidnapping, of which he was the czar of kidnapping. There is something which Professor Lumumba said, and if you look at it carefully, you will know that it is true. Professor Lumumba said, and I quote, "Any country you see with the name Democratic Republic of South Korea, the Democratic Republic of Congo, just know that there is nothing.
No democracy there."
So when these guys style themselves as a czar of anti-kidnapping, that already tells every Southern Cameroonian who didn't know exactly what they were doing that these were the kidnappers themselves, but calling themselves the czar of anti-kidnapping. I didn't know that this name was even coined by my brother Che Ayaba and given to Capoh Daniel.
Oh.
All the kidnapping, over 90% of the kidnapping on the ground, particularly in Mancon, has been carried out by the ADF and EFA. For how can they explain that you kidnap all the people kidnapped from Mancon were released in Guzan? Some of them kidnapped from Mancon were intercepted along the way.
Honorable Sama Thomas, hold your thought right there. Have you noticed that since the fallout between Capoh Daniel and the ADF, that kidnapping has significantly dropped in Bamenda? That the level of kidnapping has dropped because of since Capoh Daniel fell out with the ADF. That means that relationship which allowed for that kidnapping ring to go on has been broken, and the people are having some relief because of it. I just wanted you to take note of that before continue, please.
The controller of the ringleader of the kidnapping is out of the picture and couldn't keep on controlling those that he was controlling to go on with this mayhem that was perpetrated against our people to kidnapping them. So the kidnappers couldn't control with it. For if they go ahead with the kidnapping, who will receive the booties that were coming out of this kidnapping? The receiver is no longer at the forefront of the whole thing. So if you kidnap, you are mainly wasting your time. You might be killed along the line of your kidnapping. For the same person that was sending you is not the same person that will set you up and you will pick up and kill. But the question now we have to ask is, the ADF and her leadership has known this from the word go. What did they do? They termed him, the kidnapper himself, to be the czar of anti-kidnapping. The czar of anti-kidnapping.
Honorable Thomas, but you're asking the ADF they knew this and did nothing. But he was an agent for the ADF. He wasn't taking all the process and keeping them for himself.
That is what I'm saying, and I want to connect the dots.
Let me read something here from the chat here from Mambo. Capoh Daniel and ADF are just one and the same people trying to sell our revolution to La République du Cameroon. And I like these comments coming in because we feed from them to bring them to you. And Comrade Tewa says here, Capoh Daniel alias human beings is dangerous. He should pay La République du Cameroon's money because he can't sell this revolution. Very, very true. He should better pay back La République's money because La République is now threatening to come after Capoh Daniel. If that money is not paid back, and if the promises that were made are not kept, and I don't see them being able to deliver on those promises because our ARFs are no longer listening to them to Capoh Daniel. Capoh Daniel has no grip on those who were doing all these terrible things. So it is better for him to pay back the money, or if he doesn't pay the money, he should get some really good security, or maybe start getting some lawyers, because I see him getting into some really deep shit very time. You're trying to say something there, Chairman Patrick. Go ahead.
So one thing that has been clear is the fact that Capoh Daniel was making sure he gathers restoration forces at every location and let La Republique eliminate them. We had a clear example in Guzang, where Capoh Daniel brought guys from Kumbo, Momo, and everywhere, and some of them from the southern zone.
Too. Yes.
And Mancon. When they gathered in a place in Guzang, La Republique stormed that place. The only person that succeeded to leave was Efang.
Efang was the only one that survived. Always
the only person that survived every atrocity.
Yes.
So Capoh Daniel, now the guys don't listen to him. He cannot tell the guys to go anywhere. His brother, who was collecting the ransom in Bamenda, he moved to Ghana because he's scared of his life. So Capoh Daniel is in big shit, and even the Amazonian fighters are going to go after him or his brother. That's why he ran away.
Tell me about it. Capoh Daniel is in deep trouble. He's in deep trouble. Pay back La Republique Cameroon's money. This is not the first time you've collected their money. They don't give you their money for nothing. You know them. So pay back their money, or I don't know. I feel sorry for Capoh, but you have reached and reached. They say when you reach too far down, you may finally carry some really nasty stuff. So I think Capoh Daniel has got himself and some really nasty stuff, and well, that's what he asked for. Let him clean himself up.
The face of a demon, the Ambazonian War of Liberation. That's how I titled this video. The face of a demon in Ambazonian War of Liberation. I want to show you what a demon is and their activities, the way they act. We have to continue to expose this to purify our revolution, and also to ensure that we are on the right track with regards to our revolution. So just bear with me. I intend to share the video to a couple of people, and then we can start off. One of the factors that has really, I can put it this way, delayed our revolution is the presence of confusion, clogging of the messaging. We have the recent collaborator, La Republique Cameroon collaborator. We have the recent La Republique Cameroon spokesperson from Ambazonia. Some people can sell their mothers or sell their family for money. And I named this dude and I called him, this young man, Ngongdok Capoh Daniel, Ngongdok Emmanuel. I call him a collaborator and a sellout because there has been a pattern of his messaging since he was outed from the Canadian talk. And he has been doing what we call you circle the bandwagon to defend the enemy and try to purify their image, to continue to enhance and to continue to enable the killing of our people. That is his major role, to cause internal chaos within the Ambazonian liberation movement, and to continue to sanitize the image of the Republic of Cameroon, and to continue to pin the Ambazonian nationalists and liberators as criminals. That is his job. Even when the Republic of Cameroon goes and commits mayhem or commit, massacre in our territory, he is the first guy to come out and start trying to control the narrative to favor the Republic of Cameroon. This is someone that calls himself fighting for Ambazonians. We've consistently seen this pattern. That's why I say he is a collaborator in the genocide of the Ambazonians. And I feel so sorry for those who waste their time to follow this hoodlum. Because by now, you should be able to have rubbed your brain cells to understand that this dude is working with the enemy. The most dangerous, as I said, he started with one thing, telling half-truths. He started with one thing, by telling half-truths. And I say the best way to mask a lie, and an intelligent way is to tell half-truths. You claim half-truths, then you tell the lies in between, and then you control the narrative. So we've seen that. We've seen what this dude has been doing. Let me just share a video to a couple of people, then we can go into one of his recent videos he made on the 17th of July 2023. Because I've made it a point, and as a rule, I've been commissioned by my organization to consistently expose the lies and show his mindset. I go into his psyche of this dude. I go into his mindset to expose his mission and what he has been brought. His mission in undermining our revolution. I want to dive into the psyche of this young dude, this young guy called Ngongdok Emmanuel. What his mission is, what he has been charged with in doing this revolution. I want to talk specifically on a video that he released on the 17th of July 2023. Because his role has been to taint the main organization fighting for our liberation, the main liberation organization. It's like trying to, his purpose, he's trying to reach out. He's trying, how you can imagine how mean it is for someone to continue to talk ill about somebody and the person doesn't even care, it never makes mention of it. And I don't get it. How stupid of him. They have sent a lot of people to come after the Dr. Yabacho in person and using social media. People who had thousands of followers. Where did they go to? And where are they now? Bought and paid agents from within the Ambazonian government, the Ambazonian War of Liberation. I say this because the Republic of Cameroon, the only way, their only card out is to fight us from within. It's Ngongdok Emmanuel Capoh Daniel. Ngongdok Emmanuel alias Capoh Daniel. His role now is to cleanse up the Republic of Cameroon's image, to circle the bandwagon anytime that something happens, and he's always pinning it on the ADF and the AGOC or the leader. Everything he's reaching, he's reaching out there, trying to always taint the president of the AGOC's image. That's always been his minds. Look at what he's been trying to do. Like I said, the Canadian tour was actually the point that I can say the gods of our land had to utilize to expose this demon from within us. When he came out, I was saying that he is the most influential person. That's when, he had to start unraveling this his plan with the Republic Cameroon military, and he works with the Republic Cameroon military. You know, and the minister and the minister and they had to call it the Prime Minister's office. That is who the people he works with, specifically with the mindset of trying to derail this revolution, to taint us, make us look. No, he comes and threatens the fighters. Oh, you are committing war crime, or you go to, but you don't hear him saying anything related to the killings of our people in our land. Or the only thing he comes out and does is defend the Republic of Cameroon or sanitize it. He sanitizes it. Oh no, he pins the problem on Ambazonians. When the Republic of Cameroon slaughters us, his role is to make sure he sanitizes their image and then blame us for the killing of our people.
Yesterday, it has been brought to my attention, say Comrade John Baokoro, he makes some statements then regarding this campaign where they do where present them for the media prime during an interview where it then be circulated across our territory. Make a play the part where John Baokoro talk, and I will react for that, and then we go move forward.
While I'm really getting into this conversation, I can't pretend to say not to recognize that quite a lot of you out there have reached out to me to say, have you taken time off to watch the outing of Capoh Daniel on my media prime? And so, I mean, some of you actually push it so much on me, and I thought I was going to take time over the weekend to watch it, but it's true that the first conclusion I should make is that all the same, it's always in part of the plan, that along the line you have some people who will fall off, from the original concept that we had, and you have those who stay put and fight all the way to the end. Because the first observation that I make is that our brother is not even a federalist. He is a unionist. He is for a one Cameroon. His approach henceforth is that of a one Cameroon, within which they're ready to accept, some upgraded form of special status handed down deliberately.
Wait away, me Capoh Daniel at the demand na say made them give us some upgraded special status, and then so it means say I be now na unionist. I be now na one Cameroon. I preach now one Cameroon. My country people them during a war, when you don't fight, would you fight for independence? Cameroon they talk say Cameroon be one and indivisible. Along the way, after over 6 years of fighting, one side when the government for La Republique, it came down for a high horse. It talks say either acknowledge this problem, offer a solution. That means they don't make concession because the special status, that means the Cameroon government, they don't surrender for some way. For talk say, okay, before we talk say the problem na terrorism. Now we talk say these people then true, then be distinct from any part for Cameroon. They don't give them this special status where you go give them some level of autonomy according to their own centralized system. This one na a major concession and change in posture. We, on the other side, who want independence, would deny for even consider, would dismiss anything with the Cameroon government Idangiam because we want not only independence and nothing else. Things have changed from the day we started fighting. Cameroon have made some concession. The international community have listened to our cry, put pressure to Cameroon and bring Cameroon to the negotiation table. It is not like before when we have never negotiated with Cameroon. The negotiation was done on our terms. Our terms was we want negotiation out of Cameroon in a neutral ground, guaranteed by a third party in the presence of the United Nations and other state party. The negotiation we have had already is on our terms. After that negotiation, you cannot pretend like nothing have happened. After that negotiation, because we, the Ambazonian party, we come out according to international experts and to what transpired, looking like the belligerent faction between both sides. That means La Republique and the former British Southern Cameroon. Now the international community they no fit they go normally punish the side way it come out for negotiation as the one way it be against peace. But they no ever sanction La Republic because they consider now we Ambazonia them like now we will be obstacle. Of course they no say Cameroon you know want negotiate. Of course they no say we will no want to negotiate about our independence because we want absolutely independence. Coming from that point, the international community it come now for even support La Republic because they believe say would then become now an obstacle to peace. If we would just talk say we want now only independence, will not even show any sign of concession or flexibility, we will be at the losing side. Sometimes these negotiation tactics it be done in the negotiation table. Sometimes they require the other side for change even their narrative back within their own constituency. La Republic when a whole country, they run decisive within their own system and their own public narrative. They talk about special stages who no say not only game where they play them. We know then for that position for demand less or demand even more. Because right now, we don't already make what demand already be heard. It don't come say we not even get plan B, we not even be flexibility at all. Because if they even come for discuss confidence building measures and then you obstruct, you disturb them, that means say you want not only war. Not only so, our rhetoric, our manifesto, it be the same. Right now, those where they talk say the one may would negotiate in a position of strength. There is no plan they have brought that is different from what we had before that can make us to come from a position of weakness to a position of strength, or we are in a position of strength and then go to a more stronger position. They are not in touch with what is happening on the ground. Ambazonia does not have the type of support that any movement around the world fighting for independence have got. We don't have the support of any state party right now after 7 years of fighting. If anybody thinks that there will be a better day for Ambazonian liberation struggle, those days of our position of strength are behind us. With the current infighting, it will take 7 years for us to get back to our top strength, which was in 2018 and 2019, when we had 18 Ambazonian active barracks. Today, if Group A, it talks say want to campaign for money for race forces, no be La Republic go attack them again. Now other Ambazonian then go attack them. Today, we get how many presidents for Ambazonia? It go only get worse. We don't get people the way they don't become a shareholder them for a country who nobody liberate them. President them for country who nobody liberate them. We activists them. No one in office support another one for your own initiative. And if you start for list down the list for Teuna, my country people, even the fight for self-defense, the weapon will be used them against La Republic. It don't be seized in our hands. We lose control of the forces. Economic interests, it don't override the agenda of independence. And it will only get worse. John Ba Okoro ISSF, where me and you will get conversation as I engage on how we feel moderate for this economic interest. One, about the issue for Brazzaville. ISSF, it testify how Brazzaville, it don't hold we, because of that ban for Brazzaville, it don't hold our liberation from Canas, because the bribe where La Republic, they allow Brazzaville me pay for soldier them. They don't begin use those same bribes them to transform our soldiers into kidnappers, transform our soldiers into things that do not have any objective for our people. But when I go out, I remove that ban, John Ba Okoro is she don't quiet. If he effort, he be been for fight for Ambazonia, for put Ambazonia first, above his own personal ambition. If he stand for take publicly, position the way he take them privately. And not then for open his own book. But I want to show na say he talk where he talk him, if he no get no point for talk him. Ambazonians have to know that this is what we face. We face total loss if we continue in the trajectory after the behavior we have had with our own leaders demonstrating the highest level of partisanship during international negotiation, the highest level of disunity. We were brought together by the interests of the Canadians to have a negotiation. We ourselves as a team, there was not even one time we sat together as delegates together with all the other various principals of the organizations we represented. I mean, even one. After that, a program for all Ambazonian conference we showed the real face of Ambazonia during those processes. I'm telling you, our people, we are heading for a total loss if we do not change trajectory. We have lost total support from the international community, if we even had a support. Let's say the international sympathy that we have was support. It has gone to zero. If we continue the way we are, we will end up in a position where the international community will come and help La Republic to fight Ambazonia. Ma talk and for make our people them for ground zero then know am. The way we will be fight this war. Our roadmap it will be na say we go fight La Republic. Suite the international community, it go can't see the international crime the way Cameroon it don't commit them. They go can't talk say no, me then stop the war. Me the hell of we. Then they go look and say we case it over fine because say La Republic they be done cheat with for before. We not get no union treaty them. We never ever sign anything with La Republic and we want to come up for day. Now the roadmap that will be get them. But now as we talk so, even our leader them, they don't talk to the international community. There is no hope say they go come one day they go can't stand say the one for tell La Republic say because of our history will not be signed union treaty, me then come up for our land. The German government they don't talk to that scenario, it no go ever happen. The America they don't talk to that scenario, it no go ever happen. The chance will be getting for even discuss this root causes them. For this Canada process, it will be taken for granted by our leaders where they be fight their own now for posturing instead for fight for una for Ambazonia. So all that sympathy will be getting, it don't finish. Now even for War Refugee Day, the American embassy where they always talk about our refugee, they don't even mention them again. So make una know say for the situation where they now, all these our groups them like I be telling una before. All the activists we will get them right now, they not go bring we any solution again because they are so tied up in their own politics and partisanship that they have forgotten about the welfare of our people on ground zero. They are so tied up in their own dreams of emerging as dominant or whatever they are thinking about that they will never make any concession for them to keep their face. They will rather Ambazonian die, as they say, to the last man standing because first of all they are not on that last man list. So make una no expect anything as I talk from this our various group. We not forget independence, outright independence now. That have been ruled out. For we forget for a position where we forget outright independence, it will take we like 7 years again for self-defense. Our internal dynamic, it no go even allow we for fit upgrade during these 7 years. Because we will continue to fight each other. The 7 IG, they no go ever first agree among themselves, let alone collaborate with any faction. So, within the 7 years, we will take and go back for our strength for 2018. No be saying a strength we go past the one for 2018. By that time, our internal dynamic is no go allow we go gain for that strength. Projects that will get them, goodwill projects that will win La Republic, none of them no be achieved today. Not because our people they not get the material or the capacity, but because we'll be too divided. And our ideology, it don't drive away majority of our people. We don't alienate all opposition leaders, all journalists, all market people, all lawyers. None of them need to support the struggle indirectly again. If somehow we even overcome this heroism, and then we'll get that strength, we'll get them for 2018, 2019. My talks will get about 18 come the way then be active and then get enough weapons them. If we succeed for that point 7 years down the road, the economic interest them where they don't hold our soldiers them from Canas, whether not the one for petrol money, or not the one for CDC money, or not the one for water money, the one for this their tangi the way they can't take water for our area. All these various economic interests that we now they don't transform soldiers them into professional, then therefore they have to protect their own economic interests. It would not make and the Cameroon intelligence, they would not eliminate any soldier where he get political ambition for Ambazonia. Right now, they don't already succeed for cut off Ambazonian soldiers from potent leadership in the diaspora. They have had huge success where most fighters of ground zero, they don't deceive them. Say me then cut off all links with the diaspora for abroad. Even though now the only way that we will win this war with a leadership out of the country. So the position where we they now either we go lost the war or we choose for preserve our independence. There is a way we can win our independence. If not today, we can win it in the future by preserving it in an autonomy where it be similar to that of Scotland and that of Northern Ireland. What we need to define them now, what does independence means for us? I don't work from Europe to North America. I don't talk with all the international community. Themselves, they don't open their mouth talking for public. There is no scenario in the immediate future for outright independence in Ambazonia. Anybody will get any scenario for fight for our freedom, go say we need to fight at least for 7 years. Now a long-term thing. But with our internal dynamic, it not be possible for us to successfully fight for that long term. It is not possible because of our internal dynamic. Can we miraculously solve this internal dynamic? In my assessment, it is not possible because of our partisanship, our megalomania, what Cass we call peacock syndrome, what I call the wicked black man syndrome. So Ambazonia, we either follow people then wait and talk say na independence or nothing, and then we go get the nothing because nothing that will go happen, or we secure independence in the future by showing some flexibility. And this flexibility, why they talk not be a concrete position already, but it be well calculated for gain back the international attention for be able for us to resolve the root causes. Wait away me Capoh at the demand them na say make them give us some upgraded special status, and then so it means say I be now unionist. I be now one Cameroon. I preach now one Cameroon.
No.